Hello, welcome to another interesting episode of the program Sports Preview on Bua Community Voice. It's an interesting episode coming your way. I promised you that after we dealt with the World Cup, USA, Mexico, Canada 2026, that we're going to dive straight to the Group B. So in Group B here, the group consists of Canada, the co-host Bosnia, Herzegovina, Qatar, and Switzerland. Yes, the top two teams and possibly along with the third place team will advance to the round of 32. Yes, this is the situation of the ranking coming through from November 2025. We all see what we have here. So myself and the team will be looking at these groups to think about the possible two that are likely to emerge from a group like this. Interestingly, Canada is they've been very well placed in 27th in the FIFA ranking in a group where we have 71st place in the FIFA ranking, 51, and of course 17. Switzerland, one of the best placed team in this particular group. My name is Oji of Yada W. I'll be talking with gentlemen today to make sure that we talk about the possibility of some of the teams coming out tops in the Mundial Energy. Yes, good to have you back. I have with me Bonfrey Joe, CI Zoro, and Man of the Good to have you guys. The World Cup is fast approaching, and it's just nice to look at the World Cup. We've talked about Group A. Group B now, we have Group B, Canada, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Qatar, and Switzerland. These are the teams that will be involved in the World Cup in Group B. Interesting, I just want us to wrap it up as fast as we can. Canada is coming from CONCACAF. They are co-host. Bosnia is UEFA, Switzerland is UEFA, and Qatar is coming from the Asian part of it, AFC. So now, when you look at all of these teams here, you begin to understand that they are like for like, if not for Switzerland, that is coming for the World Cup for the 13th time. We have 2 times appearance for Qatar, 2 times for Bosnia, and 3 times for Canada. And it tells you how tight and keenly contested it could be in this group. Canada as host, Bosnia as another European team. We have Qatar. We know how much they've invested in football lately. And of course, we have Switzerland. So I would want to start from you, Podolski. Which of these 2 teams do you think will make it out of this group, and why?
Yeah, this is a wonderful group whereby each country have to prove themselves. Most of the countries have met before now, and some have not met. I believe that this is a great advantage for the host nation, part of the host nation, Canada, to prove themselves. Canada playing in the front of their home crowd, you give them a leverage for them to perform well. When Canada and Bosnia meet, this will be the first time they are meeting. And Canada, being in front of their home crowd, they will try and perform well. When Qatar and Switzerland meet, they will try to prove themselves. The first time they met, that previously was on friendly 2018. The match ended in the favor of Qatar, 1-0. Now, Switzerland and Bosnia have met in a friendly match. And that friendly match took place in 18th of June 2016. And the match ended in the favor of Bosnia, 2-0. So now, coming into this match now, Switzerland, having the experience of, because I look at the group and discover that Switzerland is one of the countries that have participated more in this group. So I'm rooting for them to go far. And another country I'm rooting for is Canada to also go far in this World Cup.
Okay, Canada to go far in the World Cup, in your opinion. It's important to also point out the fact that the last appearance for Canada in the World Cup was in 2022, and for Bosnia, they were there last in 2014 in Brazil. Fact is important to note also that Qatar and Switzerland, alongside Canada, were in the last World Cup in Qatar. And Qatar were hosts in 2022, and now they are in the same group with co-host this particular year. So we'll see what all of this will bring in. CI Zoro, which are your? I didn't hear you mention it. which were two teams to make it out of this group.
That's what I said earlier. I'm rooting for Switzerland and I'm rooting for Canada.
Okay, Switzerland alongside Canada to make it out of Group B. In your opinion, CISO?
Just like you said, Swiss has been there, a couple of times. Now let's really focus on Bosnia and Canada. I really want to focus on them because Bosnia. I heard him say something about Canada qualifying from that team, from that particular group. I find it, irrespective of the fact that they are the host country, but I find it a bit difficult. Let's check their last 5 matches. Canada has only won 2, and then the rest has been drawn. Bosnia, on the other hand, has won about 4, and then drew 1. I think if we are to talk about people who are informed, we should talk about Bosnia before Canada. Canada already has one midfielder, beg your pardon, and 2 defenders injured currently, as we speak. So when coming into the World Cup, although a lot of persons will be saying, okay, let's see what happens before the World Cup actually commences. But then, if we are to check these things, I think Canada probably will end at the group stage, and then Bosnia will get to the other part of it. Now let's get to Switzerland. Switzerland, on the other hand, I feel Swiss has an upper advantage. Why would I say so? Switzerland has had the autonomy of seeing how these things goes over the years. Switzerland has, amongst the other persons in the group, been opportune to play the World Cup a couple of times and then see how it actually ended up. Now, this is why I will say that if we are to bring Switzerland into this particular ratio, I'm now taking Bosnia and Switzerland as my favorite to qualify in this particular group.
Favorite, so 2 European teams as favorite in your opinion. Let's also point out the fact that Switzerland, they were in the quarterfinals in 1934. Also in 1938, they were in the quarterfinals, and of course in 1954. But none of the other teams in this group have made it out of the group stage. It was a group stage finish in 2022, a group stage finish in 2014, and a group stage finish in 1986 and 2022. Their best performances for these different teams. And so when you look at the FIFA ranking, in favor Switzerland, the bottom 17th.
Even in their last 10 matches now, they have not lost anyone. They have won 6 games and they have drew 4. So that's this hard.
So you feel like your opinion, Switzerland is there.
Yeah,
but you're choosing Canada over Bosnia just because of the home crowd.
Yes.
See what happens when the World Cup commences. Your thought now.
For me, I think you said something about Switzerland. Let me pull you out of there. Their last friendly against Germany, they lost it.
That is friendly.
It still counts.
It's friendly.
It's warm up.
The difference between World Cup and friendly matches.
This is a warm up to the World Cup. This is a warm up. That's why I said Switzerland. Forgetting they have lots of experienced players, likes of Xhaka is there. Yes, he's doing well there. When you go to Bosnia, you see Bosnia. They have a good record of what is it? Edin Dzeko, the former Manchester City player, is there. So these teams, they've not met each other most times. But when you talk of stars, Bosnia had a way of qualifying to this World Cup. You said it was a miracle, but I won't say it's a miracle.
You said you made mention of stars. Are we not saying that Nigeria do we have stars? But we are not at the World Cup. Stars don't play games. I don't give you
when your stars work for you, it work for you. Bosnia had a very good, they didn't come out very well, but the likes of Italy suffered in their hands. They were the one that disqualified Italy from coming to this World Cup. Italy lost to them on penalties.
But that doesn't take it away from not being a miracle.
That's why I said you said a miracle. That's why I said
on paper it's a miracle. On paper, on the time any day, it's never going to be Bosnia over
yes, but you saw the way it happened. So this same thing, you can't take them away in this game. See, I can even take away Switzerland. The whole team want to make a way of getting into the next round of the
FIFA. Qatar will win the host country.
Qatar will win it. When last did Qatar win a match? When last did Qatar win a match?
Qatar actually won Switzerland. in the last friendly.
in their last friendly.
They want
Yeah,
Switzerland.
that was 2022.
See,
But Qatar lost to Tunisia. Wait, Qatar lost to Tunisia in the friendly, just the most recent friendly. So what are you saying? They lost to
So which is your two best teams?
my two best teams to qualify. The co-host team, which is Canada, and I'm giving it to Bosnia to get something out of this.
Canada alongside Bosnia to make it out of that group. And that's how it is. I will feel like you need to drop your own opinion via the comment section. Go there, tell us the two teams that you feel will be making it out of Group B. So let's get it all correct. We have two teams now.
Switzerland and Canada.
mine is Bosnia and Switzerland.
Bosnia, Switzerland. Is it arranged according to how they finish? Or
Bosnia will finish top.
Switzerland will finish top.
Switzerland and
And Canada.
Canada.
I said Bosnia, Canada.
Bosnia and Canada. I think one of the dominating factor now is Bosnia. They've appeared across all three, and we'll see what happens if as the World Cup gets closer. I think it will all start with the list of the players representing different teams. So we'll make sure that we'll bring you up to speed with that once the list start coming out, because we want you to be very well abreast with all that is happening en route to the Mundial happening in US, Canada, Mexico. And this is the much we can take. Thank you very much. Don't forget that the program is probably sponsored by our friends at MaxBet. Yes, you can be a winner at MaxBet. Thank you very much, for taking about this one. And thank you so much, Siajan, for your wonderful analysis. And to you, Boneski, it's always a pleasure. And to Kuruma, who was behind the camera, I will say thank you. I will see you all on the next episode. Adios.